Saturday night! Saturday night! We're back in the shed. How are you, people? Yes, 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 yes! Well, what a time. It is show 64. Stilgoe in the shed has reached quite a golden notch on the old bedpost of doom. Come in, wipe your feet and pop your scarves and your pashminas into your belt buckles. My name is Joe. You guys are all called various things. I won't ask for your names right now, but just to say hello to the regulars with a left hand. It's shaking too much. And just a simple, that, Spockish for the newbies. Hello newbies, do come in, welcome. If you've just joined in episode 64, this is like trying to work out what's going on in EastEnders and not knowing about Dirty Den and Arthur and the backstory, the biscuit base upon which all story and life is built. Talking of which, is your favourite chocolate caramel thing pastry, is it a millionaire's shortbread or a billionaire's shortbread? Are you greedy or are you normal and sensible? What these? Just a couple of things I've been reading. We might play a game later called Bird or Tree. Sorry. Let's start with that. Why not? Because this show is hitting the big time. Sgt Cherry. Dunnock. Sgt Cherry, Dunnock, bird or tree. I'll leave you to fight that one out. In the meantime, just to say hello and I hope you're all well. Rather lovely to, yeah, I will. I'll bring that to the park. Rather lovely to see you all. I've missed you all this week. It's been one of those glorious hot weeks. As you can see, I've gone quite tanned. I fully Robert Kilroy silk. It doesn't affect me, the sun. It doesn't affect me because I wear Dulux minty white paint upon my skin. Yeah, so I've missed you all. I've had a lovely sunny time, but today the rains came. So we'll be covering that in one of the songs, I believe. Thanks for your requests, and no shout-outs today. I didn't hear any birthdays, which must mean that June the 27th is the least birthdayed day of all. Right, it's Pride today. Happy Pride. As we live down in Hove, Brighton and Hove, it's normally huge celebrations, so we've missed all that, but hopefully people are celebrating at home. And because it's all about love, all round, I thought I'd start with this. Grab your drinks, your cheese straws. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only quite shaky tonight at me. V is very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for 92. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. I'll do it. La ba da 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 da. Viva all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was meant for me and you all the time. Hell is for the way you look at me. You're looking at me. You is for the only one I see. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was meant for me and love was meant for me and love was meant for me and you. Was meant for you. Was meant for you. Was meant for me. Was meant for us. Not meant for them. Was meant for you. Love was meant. Just to show I'm wearing trousers. We're back in, guys. A little bit too much energy there from me. I'm so sorry, but I'm excited just to sit down at the piano and play with the thongs. So that was not only a tribute to Pride, not a tribute to Pride, it's just a celebration of Pride. Pride in all things, pride in all forms of love, but also to the man himself, Nat King Cole, the godfather of love. Love you, Nat. And I love all of you. I'm feeling very lovely. Feeling very lovely today. Maggie's just had her 80th birthday. Happy birthday, Maggie. I'm trying not to read all the comments because I get distracted and then I can't drink wine. Now, how is your Facebook page? I haven't seen it. Will you just send me printouts of it? Address them to Joe in Hove. He'll get there. Richard Reese. Upon the old Twitter. It's Frankie's birthday today. Frankie! That's all I know of that. But might add more of that song as I learn it every week. What was I saying? What was I saying, guy? What was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying, what was this? Hope this is in tune. What was I saying? What was I saying? I mean, the one time you try and play ukulele live on the YouTube, it's only out of tune. As you know, my shed is not climate controlled. It is mainly open to the elements. The window, in fact, there where the ukuleles sort of lie, it's impossible to shut. It's impossible to shut. It's impossible to shut. Also, there's the woodlice colony, or Connolly. The woodlice colony. The woodlice. Oh, right, no. They come in, and I hate them. Terrible. Terrible Binny colony. Cyril Connolly. Richard Reese, that's what I was talking about. Richard Reese on Twitter or FB, or whatever the social media he chose. He asked for Neil Sedaka's Laughter in the Rain. It's fine, I'm okay, I'm just excited. Laughter in the Rain has been on my songs to cover list for you don't know how long. You don't know it. I love this song, and I saw Neil doing it on Jules Holland's Later show, which is the name of the show. Not Jules Holland's Later. A few years back, and I was reminded of what a great song it was. Maybe it's sort of, people have a slightly, I don't know, it's associated slightly cheesy in some people's minds, but I love it. So I'm going to do it. Yes, I don't know why I put the lyrics up there. Strolling along country roads with my baby. It starts to rain, it begins to pour. Without an umbrella, we're soaked to the skin. I feel a shiver run up my spine. I feel the warmth of her hand in mine. Oh, I laughed in the rain, walking hand in hand with the one I love. Oh, I love the rainy days and the happy way I feel inside. After a while we run under a tree. I turn to her and she kisses me. There with the beat of the rain on the leaves, softly she breathes and close my eyes, sharing our love under stormy skies. Oh, I left her in the rain, walking hand in hand with the one I love. Oh, I love the rainy days and the happy way I feel inside. I feel inside. Walking hand in hand with the one I love. Oh, how I love the rainy days and the happy way I feel inside. Oh, I left her in the rain, walking hand in hand with the one I love. Oh, I love the rainy days, the rainy days. We need those rainy days. Otherwise the flowers die, and also the butterflies. Oh, I love the rainy days, the rainy days. Go! The rainy days. Thank you very much. When I did that, when I swiped up, guess what I was getting rid of? That's right, the email from YouTube. Your YouTube video is now live, I've missed that. Richard, it is my unending pleasure to give you something approximately akin to what you asked for. And I hope you were playing Neil Sedaka's version on Spotify as we were going along. Now, 2 bits of music news from friends of the show. The wonderful Claire Martin, who lives up the road on the sort of the boundary of Hove and Brighton. I think she's actually Brighton. Claire has a wonderful new album called Songs and Stories, which was released yesterday. Which is with the Callum Howe Orchestra. It's all Callum's arrangements, and he is in my big band, Callum is. A wonderful musician and fantastic arranger and orchestrator. It's beautiful. Lots of lovely standards. It's, as the DOP was saying, it's quite like, reminded her of that lovely, not lovely, a masterpiece album, Joni Mitchell album, Both Sides Now. You know, the one with Vince Mendoza's arrangements, all that stuff. So do download that or look it up or buy it on CD or vinyl. And other vinyl fans are my wonderful friends Kansas Smitties. Those of you who know me well know I work a lot with Giacomo Smith. Shall I slightly rub this? I feel like it's a bit smudged. That's better. I look very tanned now. Giacomo's band Kansas Smitties also released their album yesterday, and it's called Things Happened Here, and it's really, really interesting. Wonderful music, and you should buy it. Also, we were due to be recording now and doing lots of lovely gigs, but I've been writing an album with Giacomo of new songs all about characters we have concocted and been inspired by and actually based on some real people. And the album is called, what's it called? Yeah, it's called Welcome to the Club. So I'm going to do a song from that album. I've done a few during the run of the series of the shed shows. By the way, talking of impressions, I hope you will listen to Dead Ringers. Great to have Dead Ringers back on Radio 4 today. We need satire, because as you sit there in the quagmire of doom and gloom, you lose perspective, don't you? You think this is the worst time we've ever lived through. But there have always been difficult and bad times, and we have to remember that humour is a great way of getting through it and bringing levity to everything. Because we need it. We definitely need it. And though there might be people out there who say you can't laugh at anything now, that's not true. You can always laugh at great things, and great humour is timeless. And you know, the world hasn't gone mad. It's just some people are mad. But Dead Ringers is great. It really skewers all the people who I think need skewering. Particularly good Trump one about the Tulsa rallies.
No, 6,000 people is a lot of people. A lot of people turned up, but I asked all my fans to bring lots of empty chairs with them. A lot of empty chairs. A lot of people there.
So back to that album with Giacomo. This is a song he wanted to call Barbara Jean. He had the idea for the melody. Played me this thing on the piano, and he said it sort of feel like the character's called Barbara Jean, and I said that's too sort of Dolly Parton-ish. It sounds like a country singer. But then we started thinking about the singers who we sometimes see in jazz clubs, particularly, you know, people who look like very, very well-known singers, and often they are. They're often people who've had glorious careers, and maybe they don't sing anymore, or maybe maybe their time was back then. That's not a very good way of putting it. So I came up with this idea of a woman who goes to a jazz club, or goes to see music, because she doesn't sing anymore, and it's her only connection with her past. And the song is called The Music. It's called The Music That Keeps Me Alive. It's almost like she can only breathe when she's listening to music, and it transports her back to all those times when she was celebrated. So there's perhaps a lot of pathos and sadness, sort of all mungled in her soul. So here it is. Card of my coat and familiar countenance, you might be tempted to stare. Maybe you saw me in one of my movies, or featured in Vanity Fair. Here they named a cocktail after me. They call it the vision of youth. Happy to drink it, ignoring the outcomes better than knowing the truth. When I'm here, I'm just here. When I'm held by a melody, I can fly. When they play, all my cares float away. It's the music that keeps me alive. Time has taken what she wants from me, and time doesn't give you a choice. Maybe they'll ask me to sing for one number and show them I still have a voice. I miss the dressing rooms filled with peonies, the same ones I had in my head. All of the letters that now go unwritten, falling like leaves in the air. So I'll sing when they sing. When I'm held by a melody, I can fly. When they play, all my cares float away. It's the music that keeps me alive. That keeps me alive. Barbara Jean. Thanks everyone. And if you are joining us just right now, hello. Hello, regulars who might have been cooking a pot roast or rolling a joint. Don't say that on camera. Or if you just joined us and you're completely new to the show, the tube, the shed. Hello, welcome in. This is Stilgoe in the Shed. This is episode 64. Let's play another round of trees or birds. Does it? Yeah. Turkey oak. It's a bird. Get this. Get this, guys. Field fair. Field fair. Field fair. Now, Maxine Phillips has asked for I'll Be Seeing You, so I'm going to do that right for you now. It's such a bad idea for me to try and play, to do a quiz on YouTube with comments, because you're now all saying bird, tree, bird. I don't know what you're talking about. It's madness. The very definition of madness. Here's a game. Try and speak with the smallest mouth you possibly can. Try and speak with the smallest mouth that you possibly can. Is it a bird? Is it a tree? In fact, you can look quite like Matt Hancock if you do that. Maxine Phillips, is it your birthday? Let's assume it is. Oh, by the way, I've got my daily planner. Here's a lovely song. I think it's from, is it from 1939? I'll Be Seeing You. And this is not only a beautiful song and a lovely request from Maxine, but also a promise that I will be seeing all of you soon, I hope. When? Sort it out, Oliver Dowden, Culture Secretary. If you're watching this, Oliver, A, you're not allowed to watch it, you should pay for it. And B, go and put some money into the arts sector, because it makes more money than any other British sector in the economy. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Not even including Mick Jagger's income. Okay, this is going to turn into a long show, and the baked potato I'm due to ingest for supper will be crisp, only recognizable by its dental record. Calm down. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In the small cafe, the park along the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day. Everything that's bright and gay, I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is through, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning I'll be looking at the moon. I'll be looking at the moon. I'll be looking at the moon. But I'll be seeing you. Oh no! Let down by the E at the bottom. That's what happens in the live world when you are not concentrating on the ending. Right, here's a brand new song I've never done before. The lovely Heather wrote to me and reminded moi, even though I watched some of it last night, that it would have been Glastonbury this weekend, and I'm sure you all would have been there in your with your glitter paint and your cheeks and your massive wellies and your baby wipes. Glastonbury, I've never been. Have you been? I'd love to go. You know why I haven't been? It's because I keep hoping I'll be asked. I feel like next year's the year. It's going to be the year. Main stage. Stick on Beyonce, and then it's Joe. Huge. I'd love to play Glastonbury, but I also really appreciate and love all the music I've learnt and found from it. I'm not so keen on watching the Rolling Stones last night, guys. Just stop, please. But all the really lovely things, and even watching Stormzy do that song, Crown. It's all really moving, and it's just a great festival. Am I getting myself this gig? Am I? So Heather sent through a list of all the headliners she liked with a song for each of them, for me to choose. Very difficult to choose. So I've chosen a Coldplay song called "The Scientist." I have a deep love for Coldplay, which is a jazz musician. Well, there aren't many jazz musicians who revere Chris Martin as much as I do. I love him. But I've never done any of their songs because they're so uniquely them. And I was thinking about "The Scientist." I looked it up. Turns out it's Coldplay's most streamed song at the moment. Is that because people are Googling scientist more these days? Maybe. Anyway, I think it's a beautiful song, and it's quite relevant to now. And as always, you know, science and love are always relevant. So this is for you, Heather. And thank you for the accompanying email, which was very lovely to read. Thank you. Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, tell you I set you apart. Tell me your secrets and ask me your questions. Let's go back to the start. Running circles, coming up tails, hands on our sides apart. Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us to part. Nobody Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Take me back to the start. I was just guessing at numbers and figures, pulling your puzzles apart. Questions of science, science and progress do not speak as loud as my heart. Tell me you love me, come back and hold me, or I'll rush to the start. Running circles, chasing our tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. Going back to the start. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. I'm going back to the start. I'm going back to the start. I can hear a baby crying. I really hope that's not mine. I hope it's not yours. Cheers to you, to Heather, to Glastonbury, to Chris Martin. And if you are at all interested in Coldplay, there is a really rather fabulous documentary. What's it called? It's just gone out of my head. Is it called A Rush of Blood to the Head, or is it called... No. It's called something else. Anyway, look up the Coldplay documentary. It's really interesting. Chris Martin sort of always felt it was destined he was going to be a huge figure in music, and it turned out he was. And his friend videoed all the gigs early on, so there's documentary footage of him saying we're going to be the biggest band in the world, which is quite odd. And this guy's videoed the whole thing all the way up to now. But if you hate Coldplay, forget about it. You'll love the Beatles and McCartney, Paul. I don't know him, so I can't call him any of those things. Sir Paul McCartney was due to be the big headliner this year, so I assume he's going to be asked back next year. So I'm going to do my Beatles medley, and you can all sing along as you go. And this was the last number for tonight. I've had a lovely time. It's been lovely to spend some time with you. I'm afraid I haven't thought of a charity this week, but keep giving to the Orpheus Centre or Place to Be, the last two charities, and that would be lovely. If you like to furlough any of your money. Oh, Toby Goff, just seen your message. Send me a private message or an email, Toby, or something, and then I'll know what you're talking about. So here it is, the Beatles, but in particularly Sir Paul. It is the 64th show, so. I read the news today, oh boy. I hope I didn't lose you then. It went on to low power mode. I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. Sgt Pepper taught the band to play. They were doing it in out of style, but they guaranteed to raise a smile. So may I introduce to you the act you've known for all these years, Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where the wedding has been. Nobody's seen. Let me start that again. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where the wedding has been. Nobody's seen. Looks at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Something in the way she moves affects me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves me. I don't want to leave for now. Never believing how. good song, I'll make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better, 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 better. Let me hear you now. Na 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 na. This key might work better for you, everyone. Sounding good, people. Hey, Jude. Once there was a way to get back home. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Well, that's goodbye, campers. Goodbye, shitters. Goodbye, newbies. Thank you to the Greenbergs. Thank you, Sandra, for your lovely email. Thank you to all of you. Go keep spreading the word. And it is spreading. And I'll see you next Saturday. And I'll be in touch with more fun and games. Thanks, everyone.